Friday night right here in the Imperial Valley. It is time for some high school football. Here is Carroll Buckley.
Well, thank you, Gabe. We are at La Jolla High School, the Denny and Jeff Jacobs Athletic Complex. We have been here before, and it is a beautiful venue. The complex, one of the finest. The view, one of the finest in Southern California. It's high school football. Second round, CIF San Diego Section Division II football playoffs. The Central Spartans visiting the Vikings from La Jolla High School. High school football on AM 1230 Kxo and on the Kxo YouTube channel is brought to you by Roto-Rooter, serving the entire Imperial Valley. Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. The CB Stop in Calexico. The Broken Yoke Cafe, the best place for breakfast or brunch, by McNeese Mart, Dogwood, Maine in El Centro. Also, Ozza Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Southwest Security, Southwest Postal Service, by Imperial Valley College. By the Center for Employment Training, Stan's Auto Body, the Central Union High School District, and brought to you by the man from Jalisco. And we'll have some action coming up. John Driffill and I it is a bit damp. And the field, typical San Diego, I think every high school field in San Diego now is artificial surface. And this one, I think, John, we were here when it was brand new. And it's still in pretty good shape. It's a gorgeous facility. We got to watch the sunset over the Pacific from our table just outside the press box, and it was gorgeous. Nice place to visit. We will be taking you through the CIF playoffs, where we are now, when we come back.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
From Jalisco. RJLD Pictures presents The Man from Jalisco, Arc 6 and 7, showing this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 13, and always showing on YouTube. Don't miss this riveting tale about a journalist acting as a ghostwriter in the Imperial Valley who exposes a drug cartel's plot to steal farmers' water. DVR it so you can go to the Brawley Cattle Call Parade. There you might get to see some of the characters on The Man from Jalisco float. Have a happy cattle call, everybody, and enjoy the rodeo. Special thanks to Agricultural Pump Supply and all our fine sponsors.
The Man from Jalisco.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howe in El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
It is high school football on KXO El Centro, California, AM 1230, and on the KXO YouTube channel, which means you can listen anywhere in the world. Division II, CIF San Diego Section Playoffs, and tonight it's the Central Union High School Spartans and the Vikings from La Jolla. It's going to be a good one. Two teams pretty evenly matched. What else is going on in Division II? Well, let's see. I'm trying to make sense of this. The Bishop School will take on Rancho Bernardo, and I believe it's Oceanside and Del Norte, and Scripps Ranch will, I'm not sure if they've got San Pasquale, Point Loma. I brought the wrong list, John, but Division 2, the one we're concerned about, obviously, is the one tonight. Division 3, Mickey Dale, George Grijalva are in Fallbrook. They've got game for you, and it is the Imperial Tigers. After beating Valley Center last week, they will meet the number 2 seed Fallbrook Warriors, and that game getting underway simultaneous with our game here. And that game on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. And okay, I found the right list, I believe. And I've got what I've got. It's the girls' flag football, and we're going to talk about that coming up as our pregame show continues. Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
And it is high school football. We are live from La Jolla, and I found the right list, John. It is the Bishop School. They beat Brawley last week, and they will meet Rancho Bernardo this evening. Scripps Ranch and Point Loma will take on each other, and that game at Scripps Ranch. Oceanside and Del Norte. Del Norte, the number 1 seed, will have the home court advantage. And in Division 3, we mentioned Imperial and Fallbrook in Fallbrook. That game on KXORadio.com. Also in Division 3, La Jolla Country Day and West Hills. The winner of the Imperial Fallbrook game will play the winner of that game. Santa Fe Christian and Grossmont, and then Mission Bay and El Capitan are the other teams involved. And John Driffill, let's drop down to Division 5.
Right, that's where you have the Vincent Memorial Scott seeded as number 1. They did not play last week, as the same La Jolla Vikings did not play last week, had a bye. And right now, tonight, the Scots are going to be hosting Carroll.
The Scots have got Hoover, and the Scots did play last week. They beat Valhalla quite easily.
But they're still number 1 seed, but I forgot in Division 5 there are no byes because there's just an even number of teams that make the playoffs in Division 5.
Right, there just aren't enough teams to stretch it out. But it will be Vincent Memorial, and they will have they're the number 1 seed, so they're home throughout the playoffs, and the winner of Vincent and Hoover will take on El Cajon Valley or Sweetwater. They are also playing this evening, and that will be next Friday, and that will be for the championship.
Yes, and Sweetwater's the team that beat Southwest last week, and you said that Vincent has home games all the way through, except their home last week was at Holville, and I believe tonight they're playing at Southwest.
Yes, they do not have their own field. And looking at Division 5A, that one kind of snuck up on us, didn't it, John? And Holtville had the bye last week in Division 5A, but they are in action this evening. And again, they're the number 1 seed. They will be at home through the playoffs. So games to watch, games to keep an eye on, as the season is rapidly winding down. It's, let's see, we started in the middle of August, John. Here we are, the middle of November.
Yeah, it's been a nice ride. Remember the very first games in the heat, and now we're bundled up, but it's not uncomfortable here. It's right by the ocean, so that means we have that marine flow that kind of covers us, keeps us like a blanket. It's not real cold, probably about 60 right now.
But it's damp. So, okay, we've got more. We'll talk flag football coming up.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu. Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Build your future at CEP, the Center for Employment Training. CEP has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cepweb.edu. Farm worker admission. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year, and job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cepweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
Well, I just figured something out. John said, it's not cold, not chilly or anything. John's got 3 sweatshirts, a hoodie, gloves, and a scarf. So, no, he's not cold. It's quite comfortable for John.
Well, Carol, my mom didn't raise an idiot.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything about my siblings, okay? We had some football last night, John. The flag football, girls flag football, their first year as a competitive sport in San Diego section CIF. And our congratulations to the Kxo girls. They're the #4 seed, and Kxo defeated San Diego Academy last night, 28-6. That means Kxo will take on Bonita Vista next Tuesday. Bonita Vista, the #1 seed in Division I. There are only 2 divisions because there's not all that many schools. It was Torrey Pines defeating Brawley last night, and so Brawley is eliminated. Calexico will go on. They will play Tuesday, and that will be a semifinal match. In Division 2, the Imperial Tigers took on Santa Fe Christian, and in the first week and won. They took on Classical Academy last night, and they lost. Classical Academy with a 19-0 win over the Imperial Tigers. So except for Calexico, the girls' flag football is over in the Valley, John.
But it's been a very successful first year for all of the Valley teams, and here in San Diego Section J, a first year for the flag football as well. So we expect within a few years they'll have just as many divisions as the boys do. You already mentioned only 2 divisions because there just wasn't that many schools this first startup year. But they're coming, and it's good to see. And Calexico is a very good football team. They went through the league undefeated. So they've got some girls down there that can play flag football.
Okay, and we again stress, this is flag football. It is not powder puff. And they play with all the enthusiasm, with the heart that you would expect. And it's just a joy to watch. So they are going on, Calexico continuing in that play. John, a real quick look at La Jolla. What are we going to see?
Well, we're going to see the Deal brothers. Jackson Deal is the quarterback, and much like Logan Youngers at Southwest, he leads his team in passing, also leads his team in rushing. Jackson Deal is 110 for 171 for 1,890 yards, so he looks to pass the 2,000-yard mark in passing tonight. 24 TDs, only 4 interceptions, and he's rushed 109 times for 949 yards, 10 TDs. So he's looking to pass the 1,000-yard rush mark and the 2,000 tonight. And he does throw to his sophomore brother. He is a wide receiver. He's had 41 catches for 632 yards and 8 touchdowns. So that's the Deal brothers are the main performers here for this Vikings team.
Let's catch the national anthem. What the world we have, at the twilight to the bright sun, through the perilous sky, for the realms of we walk, was the gallantry, and the rocket that the mountain gave through the night that our flag was building. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the and our national anthem on this, the eve of Veterans Day, and I'm not sure exactly why the calendars and the government took days off and said it is, Veterans Day. It's not. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. So, anyway, the game is about ready to start. We are about ready to start. The game, you pointed out, we know what we can expect from Centro. We can expect an awful lot of Nico Viesca. And I did not get down on the field, John, but just knowing, the moisture that's in the air and looking at the field, it may be a little bit slick.
Yes, but it's a very fast field, Carroll. Yes. This is one of the first artificial surfaces that were put here in San Diego section, and it's showing a little bit of wear, so it's worn down, not nearly as thick as a field that was just put in last year. So it'll be a very fast field.
The Spartans will kick off. They are going left to right across your dial as we are set to get Division II football under action. A high, relatively short kick. It'll be fielded at the 20, out to the 25, finds a seam on the far sideline across the 30, the 40, out to about the 46-yard line. And on that return, Nick Sebro.
La Jolla has good team speed, just that we saw last week. The team that Centro played, good team speed at Eastlake, and La Jolla brought out by the senior quarterback, Jackson Deal, their leader.
Deal 6'3", 190. That's Division I size, John. He is a senior. From the shotgun, it's got Aiden Miguel in motion, sets up on the far side, and it'll be Deal keeping it right up the middle across the 40, the 30, the 20, and finally caught from behind at about the 13-yard line, and Deal is hurt. He got caught from behind. He landed on the football in his chest, and that does not feel good.
Yeah, hopefully it's just got the wind knocked out of him. He's standing there. He doesn't want to come off.
He's holding his hand, so let's see. He got caught from behind. There were two Spartans that were able to run him down.
Yeah, Artie Estrada was one of them, showing his good speed. Deal now to the sideline, getting the play called in, took the ball all the way down to the 13-yard line. So,
and we have Hudson Smith in at quarterback right now as they're tending to Deal. So Hudson Smith,
first carry, Deal goes over the 1,000-yard mark on the year, Carroll.
The sophomore from the shotgun. Miguel in motion. He will hand off, and this is the other Deal, and into the end zone for a score.
Yeah, that's Aiden McGill. McGill is their second leading runner behind the quarterback. And so here, Carroll, we have 2 plays, 2 first downs, and already a touchdown. We did not mention, Carroll, this is the first time in my memory for this year that the team that won the coin toss at midfield elected to get the ball to start the game, and we just saw why.
So we will have the kick from placement. Evan Martin will do that. Snap back, good snap, good kick, and it is good. 10:53 to play in the first quarter. We're just underway, and it's La Jolla 7, Centro coming to bat. Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Well, the La Jolla Vikings take the opening kickoff, get a good return, and then 2 plays later, they're in the end zone, and they have a 7-0 lead.
Didn't get a chance before the game, Carroll, but La Jolla has outscored their opponents in the last 5 games, 245 to 109. So they've scored more than 40 points in the last 5 games, and we just saw why. They've got an explosive offense.
Martin set to kick off. And he will kick it deep. Fielded at the 3-yard line, out to the 10, to the 15, looking for some running room. Estrada across the 20. The 25 has a seam, gets a block. He's at the 30, the 40, cuts inside and then outside and pushed out of bounds in Viking territory at the 47-yard line. Artie Estrada doing what he does so well. Open field running and avoiding tackles.
Yeah, making people miss. He juked about 4 different would-be tacklers. Excellent blocking as well as Spartan sits up the picket line.
I didn't get the number, but one guy leveled 2 Vikings.
And the ball now sits at the 47-yard line, 46-yard line of the Vikings.
And it is Nico Viesca up the middle. Who else? Jimenez handed off to Viesca. Viesca gets a yard.
He's had every carry the last 2 games.
Can you say workhorse?
That is Nico Viesca's middle name now, as only a junior. He'll be back next year as well.
Just call him the horse.
Marty Estrada out on the flank, wide out to the right, but he is double teamed.
And trips on the left side.
And those are each single coverage.
Jimenez drops back. Rolls to his left, dumps it off, incomplete. And the pass intended for Jonathan Real, and just a little bit out of his reach. Would not have gone for much had he caught it, John.
And Jonathan Real is the backup quarterback. You remember he started the year as a starting quarterback, and over the weeks was splitting time, and now Jimenez has the job.
Estrada wide on the right side. Double coverage out there for him for good reason. Jimenez rolling to his left, looking downfield, and he'll keep it, and he'll pick up about 8 yards.
Very close to the first down. Looks like they're going to mark it down, and
it is a first down.
So I've been mentioning, Carroll, that they need to get Jimenez running, because when he rolls out like that, everybody just drops deep, and he was able to actually beat the coverage to the first down mark.
Well, the only time we've seen him run typically is when he absolutely has to. Low snap, he picks it up, hands it off to Viesca. Viesca into the middle. We'll get it down to about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that play was just messed up from the get-go, but Viesca sure made chicken soup out of that, because he picked up a nice 4-yard gain, Carroll.
Well, that would explain the feathers in the backfield then, wouldn't it, John?
Jimenez getting the call from the sidelines. Spartans has all year right up on the football.
It is Jimenez dumps it off. It is complete. And nothing there. Arturo Estrada takes it. And Estrada nowhere to run. He stopped for no gain. Ball is on the 33-yard line of the Vikings. Spartans with their first possession.
And first completed pass of the game, Carroll, by either side. Interesting to note there are more fans here for the Spartans, Carroll, than there are for the homestanding Vikings.
Again, a low snap. Jimenez picks it up, got the man open, but he overthrows Emiliano Morales. Morales beat the coverage. Yeah. And we've seen him do that before.
Yeah, again, he's single covered back there as Marty Estrada drawing the double team, and he was able to turn his defensive player around and get behind him. But the pass was thrown to the inside, meaning towards the goalpost, and meanwhile the runner, Morales, was running to the outside toward the pylon.
4th and along 6, they show punt. And it is a fake, it is a pass, and it is completed, but it is stopped. No gain, the pass completed to Joshua Garcia, and he is stopped immediately. That didn't fool anybody.
Yeah, very well coached team, and Coach Pena pulling out all the stops here.
Well, again, you're in a position too far for a field goal, too close to punt. It is 1st and 10, Vikings, wearing all black, red numbers.
And Deal is back in the quarterback.
Deal drops back, looks, pumps, rolls to his right. He's being chased by Jared Martin. Martin can't quite catch up, and Deal is pushed out of bounds by Gavin Mora.
That is the first time all year, Carroll, we've seen a player run away from Martin, as he had him in his sights, and Deal just took off running and was able to pick up a yard.
And again, Jared is a junior, 6'3", 220, just a little guy. Deal from the shotgun, empty backfield. Takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, chased out of the pocket again, and stopped for no gain. I don't think it'll be a sack. I think he did get it back to the line of scrimmage.
They moved it back about the length of a football, so you can just call it right as no gain.
The Spartans doing what they have done so well the last couple of games, and that is put a lot of pressure on the passer.
Yes, they have been very strong defensively.
3rd and 9. Deal into the flat on a little flanker screen, and it is complete. And with the stop is Matthew Liziola. Pickup of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 5. Spot the ball on the 40. And Evan Martin comes out to do the punting.
He is their kicker. That means he plays kicks, PATs, field goals. He's been 3 for 4 on the year field goals, along with 33. He also is a good punter with an average of 33 yards a kick.
Pressure, but he gets away a high, relatively short punt. It'll bounce at about the 37 and then take a Spartan bounce back. And the Spartans will take over on their own 46-yard line. You said he does a little bit better than that, John.
Well, it's certainly not his average, but Carroll, that time, Centro sent the house. Now, we saw last week, Centro not only blocked a punt, but recovered it in the end zone. These Vikings have certainly seen that on tape. So he hurried it a little bit, kicked it higher than he kicked it long.
Jimenez will take it, hand it off to Viesca. Viesca pounds into the middle, and Viesca is stopped for about maybe a yard. No gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Central still in the same formation. They have Artie Estrada flanked out to the right, and he is drawing double coverage. So that means double wideouts to the left are single covered.
Vega in motion and rolling to his left, looking downfield. There's nobody there. Jimenez turns it upfield. That looked like a horse collar, John. He had him by the neck.
Yeah, he had him he grabbed his shoulder pads. They all slid down right there in front of the ref. So far we've seen Jimenez run the ball. He's thrown 4 passes. He's taken off running twice, and he's picked up positive yards. He's picked up 4 yards that carry.
3rd and 6.
And certainly the Vikings are not expecting to see Jimenez run the football.
Rolling to his right this time, dumping it off downfield. Vega with the catch. Miguel Vega.
Might be short of the first down, though. It's going to be dependent upon where they start. It looks like it is going to be a little short. Central sending out the punting team.
They'll spot it right on the 45. Yep, spotted on the midfield stripe. So didn't give him as much as I thought he had. It'll bring up 4th and 6. So he lost a yard on the catch.
They must have felt that he was out of bounds, didn't make the completion because it was clearly across the 50.
Low snap. It bounces back and gets away. A nice kick. And it's muffed back at the 20-yard line.
Like
it's muffed. And
yeah, the Spartans
say they do. What does the guy in the striped jersey say? Spartans came up with it. And the official just pointed.
Christopher Alvarez is the one that covered the football.
And the officials say...
Well, they're pointing toward, they called a penalty for running into the receiver, not giving him a chance to catch the football. The ball bounced and hit him right in the leg. But they're saying there was interference with I did not see a fair catch call. There certainly was not a fair catch call.
No.
But they're going to give the ball to the Vikings, but they're not going to penalize the Spartans. So, interesting call.
We'll have to see if we can reach John Seaman and get a clue on that. 1st and 10, Vikings from their own 20-yard line. Deal dumps it off in the flat. Again, that little flanker screen has some blocking in front of him and then is spun down. at about the 35-yard line. And on the catch was Carson Deal. That sound familiar?
Yeah, that's Jacksonville. Now they're right up on the line of scrimmage, Carroll, ready to go. They run a hurry up as well after getting that first down.
Deal hands off and looking for some running room in the middle, and there's not a whole lot there. That's Aiden McGill.
Much like Biesca, he will get the majority, if not all, of the carries tonight when Jackson Deal is not running the football from the quarterback position.
4:40 to play in the first quarter. It is La Jolla 7, Central nothing. Deal has Miguel beside him. Hands off to Miguel. It's McGill. And gets the first down out to the 45-yard line.
Fourth first down here in the first quarter for the outstanding Vikings. Remember, the first drive was only 2 plays, and they're right up on the football, ready to go. The ball pushed out to the 45-yard line after that 9-yard pickup.
Trips on the left side, now firing off to the right side. It goes over the hands of the intended receiver, Christopher Johansson.
That's the first incompleted pass of the night for Deal. But he is as much of a threat with his legs, Carroll, as he is with his arm. Since he's already rushed for more than 1,000 yards this season.
2nd and 10. And it'll be the quarterback on the keeper, and the quarterback is hit and pushed out of bounds. Artie Estrada on the tackle, but a pickup of 5.
And I know you saw exactly what we saw, Carroll. Is right in front of us. Artie Estrada made the tackle, back, pushed into the quarterback, meaning he was pushed in the back after that 5-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd and 5.
Full house in the backfield, and now the Spartans jump. Were they enticed? I don't think so. Nope. I think it's going to be...
That'll be a first down. First penalty of the evening, as they did not mark off the muffed punt catch. So that will be the first official penalty of the evening. Right up over the football, the Vikings running this hurry-up offense, ready to go.
On the Spartan 45, and a little bit of cross-action in the backfield. Did you see Deal get tossed?
Did you see who hit him? That was Jared Martin. Now,
and he's a football player. You can hit him.
Well, he actually tackled him. He didn't level him. He tackled him, put him on the ground, because this offense, that's part of their offense, is to who's got the football. They give it to the halfback, pull it back, option, run it. Nice 8 or 5-yard pickup by McGill on that.
2nd and 5. Rolling to his right, then he'll keep it, and Jared Martin again pushes him out of bounds, only this time on the far side of the field. But that's good for a first down.
As we mentioned, Deal really is a threat with his legs, as right now he is 2 for 3 passing, but only for 16 yards. And he did go out of bounds before he got to the first down marker, so that brings up 3rd down. Only about a 2-yard gain on that run.
Oakville leads Maranatha Christian 8-0. Here it's 7-0. La Jolla with the lead. Again, full house backfield. Again, it is McGill, and he is stopped just shy of the 35-yard line, so it'll be just shy of the first down.
He needed 3, got about 2, so we'll call it 4th and 1, and I would assume they'll go for it, Carroll, as they're already lined up over the football, ready to go.
And it is Deal goes under center, keeps the ball, and gets the first down.
No, he was stopped, Carroll.
He was stopped. Okay.
He did not. He wasn't able to put the ball forward over the yard to make mark, as Malachi Okan was the one that just took his feet up underneath him, pulled him down flat, right where he got the snap. He ran up to take it off the tee, and that kind of hoping to confuse the Spartans, but they appeared to be ready for it.
First and 10, Central from their own 36-yard line. Jimenez hands it off, and it is Biesca up the middle. Biesca across the 40, a gain of 5.
His best run of the evening.
John, have you noticed the snaps coming back to Jimenez are not good?
They've had that problem all year. And Jimenez does a nice job of corralling them and getting the play underway, getting the quick handoff to Biesca.
Is he a shortstop?
Don't know.
Rolling to his right, dumping it off, and it is complete, but no gain as Emiliano Morales is stopped, and he'll get a yard, and that's it. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. And that's one of those plays where either Morales or Estrada are going to catch it and break that first tackle and be gone.
That's what they've done all year, but they're facing this Viking team with exceptional defensive team.
Minute 15 to play in the first quarter. Jimenez drops back, looks, pumps, fires, and it goes in and out of the hands of Estrada, a little bit too tall for him.
They did have the blocking out for that flanker screen on the side, and Jimenez just wasn't able to connect with Estrada. He would have had the first down. There was blocking there. So now Centro will punt again. They've had good field position all of their possessions, but so far they've had to punt each of the 3 times. Well, the one time they actually went for it and got stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
High snap. Kicks it away from the return, and it'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on their own 28.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
And the Vikings actually are huddling up.
I believe head coach Taylor Roach got a hold of his return men and said, from now on, I want to see a fair catch signal back there after that near disastrous previous kick that it looked like Central had recovered and that was given right back to the Vikings. So that young man was fair catching when the ball was about 30 yards away from him.
Looks almost like a single wing, John. Now they split out. Handoff up the middle, and it is McGill. He'll pick up about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is a little throwback football where they have one of their wingbacks actually starts hopping out as he's doing side straddles, trying to draw the defense that way, and then they run a counter to it.
Gave him 3 on that play, so it is 2nd and 7. And looking for some running room, reversing field, down across the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30, cuts inside to the 10, 5, touchdown. Josiel Rodriguez caught up with him, but not till he was in the end zone.
Yeah, but he really tackled him hard. Deal is coming up. He's a little woozy. Lost a shoe as well. So good job by Liziola following the play. Good job of blocking. There was one of those blocks that was very close, Carroll, to be like a crackback block, but the player didn't really hit the Spartan forcefully. He just kind of stood there and let him run into him.
Yep, pulled up, put his hands up in the air like, okay, we'll have the point after attempt. Evan Martin. Snap back, kick up, kick is good. 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. It is La Jolla 14, Central nothing.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrogen to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. they'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
The Vikings with a 14-0 lead will kick off. Martin again, driving kick. And picked up at the 5. Estrada out to the 15. Breaks one tackle, but the guy that missed him the first time came back and got him from behind right at the 20-yard line. Spartans put it in play. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Excellent pursuit, as you called it, by the Vikings. And this is the worst field position the Spartans have started a possession with tonight.
On their own 20-yard line, they trail 14-0 in the first quarter.
This is a very high-powered Viking offense that we mentioned in the pregame, Carroll. They've put up a lot of points this year.
Jimenez has Fiesca with him in the backfield. Rolling to his left, looking downfield. He'll keep it, spins, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. Again, coverage downfield. Jimenez doesn't have any choice but to keep the ball and try and make something out of it.
That's the end of the first quarter, Carroll.
At the end of one quarter of play, our score is La Jolla 14, Centro nothing.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Smart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Smart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
John Driffill, what we've seen so far is what you said, a high-powered offense from the La Jolla Vikings.
And Central has had trouble scoring this year, especially the last 4 or 5 weeks, playing teams like Brawley and last week Eastlake. But it's good to see Central, even when they were playing a much better team, Granite Hills, they played a full 48 minutes, and that's what they're going to do here tonight.
Well, the Vikings defense secondary has been stifling. It is Viesca up the middle. Viesca across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's good for a first down. Nico Viesca with a 10-yard gain.
And Viesca, that time, Carroll, as he's done all year, he just seems to get stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
You know, he's bigger than what he appears. He's listed as 5'8", 185. And for a high school running back, that's optimum. Jimenez hands off again. Viesca hitting the backfield, but turns it upfield across the 40, the 45, pushed out of bounds. And they'll spot it on the Vikings 48-yard line. Nico Viesca finding the running room and getting the blocks downfield. And one of those blocking downfield was Israel Santiago, I believe.
And the ball is in Viking territory.
It is Fallbrook 13, Imperial 7, by the way. Up the middle, it is Viesca. Viesca will hit the 45-yard line.
as we've seen all year, the Nico Vieska show from running the football. We have had 3 carries by the quarterback, not sacks, but actual carries, where he tucked the ball and ran. Luis Jimenez. Vieska now appears to be getting his game legs underneath him.
It is 2nd and 7 after that pickup of 3. Jimenez dropped straight back, looking downfield. Now has to break to his right. He's hit and sacked. And the sack there by the Vikings, that'll cost them about 8 yards.
That's an 8-yard sack, brings up now 3rd and about 15. So let's see what Centro decides to do here. They've got 3 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right, Artie Estrada.
Back to pass, looking, has a little bit of time now, steps up in the pocket. He'll run and be pushed out of bounds. Jimenez pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So it's a pickup of 8.
It got back to 8 yards. He lost on the sack, Carroll. So now Central looks like they're going to go back in punt formation.
And deep to receive, Hank Hansen. Also back there, Carson Deal. Hansen, a junior. Deal, a sophomore. And again, they angle away from the return man, and it'll be relatively short as they will mark it out of bounds right at the 20. So a better spot for the Spartans than I thought they might get.
Well, now La Jolla takes over. They are huddling up with their offensive coaches on the sidelines, as they do before each series. Then they break, and they run out. They get run on the line of scrimmage, and they're ready to hike the football and go. Central is already back in their defensive formation, just waiting for the Vikings. Jackson Deal, after being shook up a little bit in his touchdown run, is back under center, actually in the shotgun.
McGill is next to him. And he will keep it. It'll be Deal. Nothing inside, so he cuts it to the outside and goes down. As zeroing in was Josiel Rodriguez, and Deal said, no, I'll just sit down and not take the hit.
Did pick up 3 yards. So now I'll bring up 2nd and 7, right up on the line of scrimmage are these Vikings.
Empty backfield. Got 5 receivers, puts them all downfield, dumps it off underneath. It is complete. The pass completed to Carson Deal.
So Deal to Deal, and that will be a first down.
That's the deal, John. Spotted on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, Vikings. 9 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first half.
Vikings right ready to go. There's a snap.
And McGill up the middle. McGill is dropped from behind on the tackle. Matthew Liziola picks up about 8, 2nd and 2.
Vikings, as always, right up on the line of scrimmage. Triple wideouts to the right.
Here come the Spartans, and they go after Deal, and he is hit and dropped. Big hit by Gavin Mora.
Deal is running a read option, not read pass. It's a read run option where he either gives the ball to McGill or takes it himself. At that time, he didn't really read it the right way as he was tackled for a loss.
3rd and 3.
And that does not count as a sack since he was a runner on that play. Now we have timeout.
Officials just called the timeout. It's an equipment. Somebody has some blood on their arm.
When they first put artificial turf way back when you and I were younger, that happened all the time.
They didn't invent artificial turf when I was young, John. It took them, I think it was middle age when that happened with the Astrodome. Deal back, looks, swings it downfield, had a man open, but it goes incomplete. On a down and in, it was Carson Deal.
One brother to the other, and that time Deal really showed. I would assume he's probably a pitcher in the baseball program here, because he just threw a sidearm fireball that went zooming right past his brother. No chance to catch it, just threw it too hard. Now we'll see if we are going to get a punt from the Vikings. We expect they will.
Joshua Garcia is standing back on his 20, respecting the toe of Martin. It is away, and this one will bounce at the 30. Garcia will let it roll down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Spartans on their own 25-yard line.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
It is Viesca. Nico Viesca up the middle. Viesca would get about 4.
And no quit, Carroll, in these Central Spartans. Right now, they're on the short end. As we do have a timeout.
There is an injury on the field. We'll take a timeout. 7:23 to play in the first half. It is La Jolla 14, Central nothing.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
Nico Viesca was the injured Spartan, and he is walking off the field on his own power. I would assume we will see him. Clock is running. Jimenez takes a snap, drops back, fires underneath that little flanker screen. It is complete and spinning out close to a first down. I believe that was Trejo with the catch, John.
It's easy to see these big numbers, but that was a good catch and run for the Central Spartans.
It'll be 3rd and 1. Spartans take a lot of time in the huddle. Now they come out. Empty backfield, but everybody's in tight. And the ball bounces back to Emiliano Morales from the Wildcat, but it's blown dead before the play was.
And so this is a first down. The Spartans gave the Vikings the first down by jumping offside. The Vikings, being the good host, returned the favor. So Central picks up their 4th first down in this half.
Braden Mayo in the backfield as the running back. He gets the football. Mayo tries to go off right tackle, and there's nothing there. He's about 30, 35 pounds lighter than Viesca.
Yeah, that's actually going to go for a loss. That's his first carry of the evening. Now, Brandon Mayo has had some carries this year. He was about 4 or 5 weeks ago alternating with Viesca, but recently it's been all Viesca.
And Braden Mayo still in the backfield. Viesca was shaken up earlier. Back to pass, looking downfield, pumps, nothing there, turns it upfield, and jumping out of bounds, getting back the 2 yards that were lost. But that's it.
So certainly Jimenez is running more than he ever has all year here, as they're going to call him out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, Carroll, so he got no gain on that play.
We see 3rd down and 12. Braden Mayo in the backfield, rolling to his left, looking downfield, nothing there. It'll be Jimenez keeping it. Jimenez was sent out to the 45. It'll be about 3 yards shy of a first down. Just Jimenez has had no time in the backfield, and part of that is what little time he has, his receivers are covered.
So now it is 4th and 2. He needed 16, got 14. So Centro back to punt once again as we now get whistles. I believe we're going to get a timeout by the Vikings.
Timeout on the field, 4:56 to play in the first half. It is La Jolla 14, Central nothing.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
McNee Smart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or pizza office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich.
And the kick is away. It'll be fielded by Hansen at the 28. Hansen out across the 30, 35, out to the 37-yard line. Hansen was finally brought down by 3 of the Spartans, including Christopher Alvarez. It'll be 1st and 10. Vikings on their own 38-yard line.
So now this high-powered offense with plenty of time. Carroll, 2 timeouts remaining. Take over good field position.
And on the sweep, it is Hansen, and Hansen lowers his shoulder and picks up a couple of yards. And on the tackle was Gavin Mora. Along with him was Alex Trejo. 2nd and 6.
And with the running quarterback, that really does open the lanes for the halfbacks when they do give those handoffs or those reverses. Sometimes it's possibly a counter play.
Load up the right side, the short side with 3 wide outs. Now one goes in motion, turning it to the left, and chased out of the backfield and cutting down the 40 and sliding down at the 35 again. Deal gave himself up rather than take the big hit. I don't blame him, John.
Yeah, no, he's got more than enough yards for the first down, deep in Spartan territory now on the 36-yard line.
We've got a Spartan down on the field, and he gets up and says, no, I'm okay, but he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, since they did stop the play.
That's Davian Hartfield. He's okay. Don't worry, Mom. It'll be 1st and 10. They wind the clock. We're inside of 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Deal has got McGill right beside him in the backfield. Changes the play up. Lets the line know what he wants. Takes the snap, hands off to McGill. McGill, nothing to the outside. He cuts it, or tries to cut it to the inside, and there's nothing there either. Leading the tackle there, Emiliano Morales. Also in on the tackle, Gavin Mora again.
2-yard pickup, and as we've seen all night, right up on the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
2nd and 8. Quick drop. Ball tips at the line of scrimmage. Jared Martin got a paw up and slapped it down, so it's incomplete.
We'll have all the stats at halftime as usual, but so far Deal is 3 for 6.
And we are selling the stats, right?
He has not affected this game with his arm yet. His legs certainly have accounted for both touchdowns. Even though he didn't score the first one, he got the ball down there for the first score.
It is 3rd and 8. McGill on the right, now goes to the left side. Flood the left side, looking downfield, has time. Now he's chased out of the pocket and dumps it off. It'll go incomplete. Jared Martin in his face. And also in there, applying pressure, Isaiah Aguirre.
So let's see now, Carroll. You're in that in-between position. Too far, really, for a field goal here. Field goal attempt here would be about 50 yards. Too close to punt. They're on the 34-yard line. The punt is probably going to go in the end zone. Only going to give you a 14-yard gain, so they are going for it.
Empty backfield. Deal. Now there's timeout on the field.
By the Spartans.
Central takes a timeout. 3:03 to play in the first half. It is La Jolla 14, Central nothing.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
It is 4th and 8. The La Jolla Vikings, well, they've got a different formation, so they changed the play during the timeout. McGill is the single setback. He stands right next to Deal. Deal back to pass, looking downfield, fires deep into the end zone, and it'll be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch, and it goes incomplete.
3 straight incompleted passes for Deal on that drive, and so now Central takes over on the La Jolla 34-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Central on their own 34 on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations.
And it'll be the Spartans ready to play, and it is Braden Mayo tries to get it outside and turn the corner, and he'll gain a yard. 1 yard gain for Braden Mayo.
These Vikings have great team speed. We mentioned in the pregame, and that time it showed us it looked like Mayo had a lane on the outside, and this great pursuit by the entire Viking defense brought him down after only a 1 yard pickup.
Mayo single setback. Yeska was shaken up earlier. Back to pass. Jimenez has a little bit of time. Now that time evaporates. He throws underneath. It's completed to Estrada. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, gets a block, breaks another tackle, stays on his feet across the 35 down to the 30, the 28-yard line. As Arturo Estrada, you can't get a hand on him.
Well, he's showing why these Vikings double-team him, and that time, instead of being flanked out far to the side, he actually went in motion and came right across the middle and made about 4 players miss him. Central with their deepest penetration tonight on the 28-yard line.
First and 10 from the Viking 28. Mayo, the single setback. He is next to Jimenez. Low snap, but Jimenez picks it up, fires downfield, got a man open, Morales, and it is picked off by the deep safety as he played center field and made the interception, and that is Carson Deal.
Yes, that is the sophomore brother of the quarterback.
A lot of air under that ball. If it wasn't such a high arc, Deal wouldn't have had time to get back there, John.
Yeah, the Morales had beaten the coverage. He was there. The Spartans were ready to celebrate a touchdown. Great play by the sophomore Carson Deal.
Yeah, he just came out of his center field safety position and snatched it. Great play.
So Central knocking on the door for a touchdown, and they will receive the second half kick. Great defensive play has taken the air out of the balloon again. With 1:34, the ball on the 5-yard line. What do the Vikings do? Do they sit on this and take it into halftime? Probably not.
I would let Deal, hey, let him run it. Standing on the goal line, takes the snap, hands off to McGill. McGill across the 10, out to about the 13-yard line. Brought down by Gavin Mora and Jared Martin.
Clock does continue to run now as we are under 1:15.
And it is again handed off to McGill. Tries to go outside. There's nothing there. He'll be stopped for no gain.
Carroll, it's kind of fun to watch the game within the game. We've seen that Jackson Deal has been popped a couple times. The last time on his touchdown run, he was barreled in the end zone. So now as he gives the ball off to McGill, he puts both hands up in the air to show Jared Martin he doesn't have it anymore.
Not me. You know, when you're a ball carrier, you're going to get hit. Unless you're an NFL quarterback, and then they can't touch you. And throwing downfield, it'll go incomplete. I'm not sure who he intended that for, John.
Yeah, that was for his brother again.
Okay.
He threw another Nolan Ryan fastball. That ball had some steam on it. So now he's misfired his 4 most recent attempts of all misfired. He started hot. He was 3 for 5. Right now, he's looking at a halftime of 3 for 9. But again, he's affected this game with his legs as they are taking a commanding 2-touchdown lead into the locker room if they get this kickoff.
Timeout on the field. We'll take timeout. 28 seconds to play in the first half. La Jolla 14, Centro nothing.
Hi, this is Daryl Pechtel, Director of Adult, Student, and Parent Services at the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build a habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
The Man from Jalisco.
RJLB Pictures presents The Man from Jalisco, Park 6 and 7, showing this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 13, and always showing on YouTube. Don't miss this riveting tale about a journalist acting as a ghostwriter in the Imperial Valley who exposes a drug cartel's plots to steal farmers' water. DVR it so you can go to the Brawley Cattle Call Parade. There you might get to see some of the characters on The Man from Jalisco float. Have a happy cattle call, everybody, and enjoy the rodeo. Special thanks to Agricultural Pump Supply and all our fine sponsors.
Man from Jalisco.
And they will kick it away from Joshua Garcia with 23 seconds to play in the first half. The Spartans will put it in play, 1st and 10, and they will spot it on the Vikings 35.
Last week, the coaching staff for the Vikings were in El Centro, didn't want to go down there, but they had to scout for this game, and they saw the blocked punt that ended up with 7 points for Central against Eastlake. That's why they took that timeout, Carroll.
1st and 10, Central. Jimenez has Braden Mayo next to him.
Central does have 2 timeouts remaining.
Drops back, looks, fires. That's the same play that got intercepted before. This time, Jared Martin catches it at the 2-yard line. Jared Martin Not often is he used as a receiver, but when he is, he catches the ball and he catches it deep.
That's Jared's first catch since the Otay Mesa game when he broke his leg, as the ball is down on the 2-yard line after that 33-yard reception.
Jared Martin is 6'3", 220 pounds, is a defensive dynamo. Caught a touchdown pass against Otay Mesa, right?
Yes, and we have a timeout by the Spartans.
The Spartans will take a timeout. 16 seconds to play in the first half. Spartans trail 14-0, but they have it first and goal on the Viking 2-yard line.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Up until tonight, up until earlier in the second quarter, we would see the Wildcat with Nico Viesca taking the snap. Viesca was shaken up earlier, but he's in now.
For the Wildcat.
And he will run the Wildcat. So, Nico Viesca with the snap. Nico Viesca goes off right tackle and then cuts it inside into the end zone. Viesca with a 2-yard touchdown run.
Carroll, La Jolla just absolutely dominated this game, and the stats are going to show that at halftime. And yet that big play by Martin, and now Viesca putting the ball in the end zone, and Centro will get the second half kick.
So it's 14-6. The Spartans will try the point after. Snap back, kick up, kick is good. 11.8 seconds to play in the first half. It is La Jolla 14, Centro 7.
AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
The Central Spartans go 35 yards on 2 plays. A pass caught by Jared Martin on the 2-yard line. Then the Wildcat with Nico Viesca running the ball in for the touchdown. The point after, good. 14-7. Spartans will kick off. And he'll bounce it right down the middle. It'll be picked up at the 25, across the 30, the 35 to the 40, out to about the 38-yard line. And on the tackle was Christopher Alvarez. On the return was Nicholas Bardaro.
Carroll, we've got 6.4. La Jolla does have a timeout, but let's see if they just kneel down. I'm assuming they're going to probably try to throw the ball deep. Obviously, Deal has the arm to reach the end zone from here. Central with only one safety back, about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And the handoff is to McGill. McGill into the middle, out to the 50, and that's it. That's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of play, it is La Jolla 14, Central 7, and we'll be back with our halftime festivities on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Build your future at CEP, the Center for Employment Training. CEP has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cepweb.edu. Farm worker admission. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year, and job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cepweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
We are at the half. It is La Jolla 14, Centro 7. Other scores around the valley? Well, let's check in. It is Vincent 14, Hoover 14. That's in the second quarter. Hopeville is shutting out Maranatha Christian 21-0. Fallbrook leads Imperial 20-7. So that's where we stand right now around the valley. And we pointed out before we went on the air, or actually in our pregame, that the Calexico Bulldogs girls flag football team has advanced to the semifinals of Division I CIF championship play in flag football. So that is, a tip of our hat to Calexico's flag football team. The La Jolla Vikings pretty much dominated this game, first half, until the final minute, when the Spartans struck for a long pass down to the 2-yard line. Jared Martin with the catch, and then a 2-yard run out of the Wildcat for Nico Viesca. Viesca had been shaken up earlier. We were not sure we were going to see him come in, but he's the one that runs the Wildcat, and he does it quite well. John Driffill is working on the numbers, and we will have some of that coming up at half. It's La Jolla 14, Centro 7.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
John Driffill, was it me, or did that first half seem to go pretty quick?
Well, we had a lot of running plays. We had some long running plays, short drive. We saw the Vikings march up and down the field, get an interception, and Central just no quit, came down, hit a player that caught his first pass and touchdown pass several weeks ago at Ramona. Then the following week, got his leg broken against Otay Grant, and now he's back. And so obviously the Vikings were not worried about Jared Martin being on the receiving end. He hasn't caught a pass in 6 weeks, and yet he caught a big pass that took the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line as you recap the score that set Central up for their touchdown. So a game that looked like the Vikings are just going to name the point spread. Remember the very first play of the game, the quarterback ran 45 yards from scrimmage on just a quarterback draw play. The next play, they ran it in from the 12. So it looked like they were just going to take Central and handle them and then move on. Central refused to quit. Quarterback took some hits. Wasn't running the ball quite as effectively. Started sliding a lot, but he did have very effective games. His legs have been the difference in this game. Let's take a look at what the Vikings did in that first half. They ran the ball 22 times from scrimmage for 207 yards. So that's about 9 yards per attempt. But when you have one run of 45 yards and another run of 69 yards by your quarterback, you're going to have those kinds of stats. A little disappointing. We've been told that Jacksonville would would pass the 2,000-yard passing mark tonight. He already passed the 1,000-yard rushing mark, but he was only 3 of 9 misfiring on his last 4 attempts for 25 yards. So that gave the Vikings a very respectable 232 total yards in the first half. They did have 9 first downs, and just as important as all of that, no turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions. We'll be back to take a look at the other side, Central, after this.
The Man from Jalisco.
RJLD Pictures presents The Man from Jalisco, Part 6 and 7, showing this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 13, and always showing on YouTube. Don't miss this riveting tale about a journalist acting as a ghostwriter in the Imperial Valley who exposes a drug cartel's plot to steal farmers' water. DVR it so you can go to the Brawley Cattle Call Parade. There you might get to see some of the characters on The Man from Jalisco float. Have a happy cattle call, everybody, and enjoy the rodeo. Special thanks to Agricultural Pump Supply and all our fine sponsors.
The Man from Jalisco.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also AZA, Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because AZA has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also AZA Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
We are back at the campus of La Jolla High School here on the beach in La Jolla, California. We're at the half. The homestanding and the 4th-seeded La Jolla Vikings are leading the Central Spartans 14-7. We mentioned that the Vikings ran for 207 yards, only threw for 25 in the first half, giving them 232 yards total. They did have 9 first downs. And before we look at the Central stats, Carroll, that pass that Jared Martin caught that set up the Spartan touchdown right near the end of the first half, that was almost like a Hail Mary because he was down there along with Emiliano Morales, and there were 4 Vikings back there. But Martin, who is a big kid, 6'2", strong, weighs about 190 pounds, also an excellent athlete. He does play basketball, can dunk the ball, etc. He just went up higher than everybody else and brought the ball down, almost fell in the end zone. So that was an excellent play by Jared Martin that certainly surprised the coaching staff for the Vikings. They're looking at each other saying, where did this guy come from, since he had not played wide receiver since the Otay Ranch game. In that first half, Centro ran the ball 17 times for 72 yards. 7 for 11 was the sophomore Jimenez for 84 yards, giving Central a respectable 156 total yards in that half. They did have 6 first downs. They did have the 1 interception that did not seem to bother Jimenez. He went right back at him. 4 plays later, after the Vikings went 3 and out and punted, the next pass, he threw that one down there for Jared Martin, who took it in at the 2-yard line. We'll be back after this quick timeout to take a look at the individual stats for the Spartans.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, From hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
We are back at La Jolla High School. We're at the half. The visiting Central Spartans trail the number 4 seeded La Jolla Vikings 7-14. We mentioned that Centro rushed the ball 17 times. That was divided among 3 different ball carriers for 72 yards. First, Brandon Mayo was spelling Nico Viesca when he went out with an injury that didn't seem to keep him off the field. Nico did get the touchdown, but we'll get to that in a minute. Brandon Mayo did have 2 rushes for -2 yards. One was for -3, then he did get a positive yard in his second attempt. Also, running the football from scrimmage tonight was Luis Jimenez, 7 times for 30 yards. So that's very positive gain for the sophomore. We have not seen him run 7 times in a game all year. And here he ran 7 times in the first half, picked up 30 yards. And as always, the main contributor on the ground for the Spartans was Nico Viesca, the junior, 8 carries, 44 yards, and the touchdown. The 7 completions were spread out among 5 different players. First getting 3 receptions was Emiliano Morales, the super sophomore, 3 catches for 8 yards. Making a huge impact with 1 catch was the super senior Arturo Garcia. He had 1 catch for 37 yards, which set up Central to where they were able to get that second drive down and they scored their touchdown. Also getting 1 catch was Joshua Garcia for 1 yard, and having a catch was Miguel Vega for 5 yards. And the big catch, the 1 big catch, Jared Martin, 33 yards, setting up the touchdown.
Well, the game 14-7, the Central Spartans with that, in effect, last-minute touchdown there to end the first half. As you said, John, they show some fight. We have seen them play a number of times, and you just don't count them out. They have ways of beating you. Jimenez has had some tremendous pressure on him most of the night. He really does not want to run. He has shown that throughout the season, but he has shown tonight he can run. And he's had to run because basically the defensive secondary for the Vikings have blanketed his receivers. That long pass that Jared Martin caught, Martin went up and pulled down the rebound. As John pointed out, there were 4 Vikings around him. And Jared was not to be denied, came down with it. And then Viesca came off the bench. He had been shaken up earlier in the second quarter, came off, ran the Wildcat, took it in from 2 yards out, never did get tackled. And that's where we are. The halftime score, it is La Jolla 14, Centro 7.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, hike, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Connecticut, at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
We are at the half. It is La Jolla 14 and Centro 7. John, what changes are you going to make?
Well, I'm sure that both teams are looking at this opening second half kick to be a pivotal point. Centro trailing by a touchdown and trying to get some momentum. Carroll, I did want to mention, we've talked about Michael Fisher all year being a captain who's come out with his jersey on, but street closed because of his injury. And just last week, these Vikings suffered a similar kind of injury. Wyatt Volksanowski, who was their all-league inside middle linebacker, was injured. He's got a brace on his knee, so he will not play anymore this year, but he is a junior. He'll be back next year. So it's always sad to me to see those really good kids like that have bad luck, suffer an injury. Unfortunately, for Michael Fisher this year, he just wasn't able to recoup in time, and he's sorely missed by the Spartan team. He would have been one of their mainstays on the defensive line.
Updating scores, La Jolla 14, Central 7, Vincent 14, Hoover 14, Hopeville 29, Maranatha Christian nothing, and Fallbrook 20, Imperial 7 at the half. That game is on our website, kxoradio.com.
I don't think we see any surprises there, Carroll, except maybe Vincent. People thought that Vincent might have a little easier time, but they're one of the smallest, if not the smallest team size or school size-wise in the association, and yet they, instead of being in that 5AA with Hopeville, they chose to be in Division 5.
The Vikings will kick off. The Spartans have Emiliano Morales, and I believe that's Jolla back at the goal line. And it'll be fielded at the 5, drop, picked up, gets a block, looking for some running room, and there's Emiliano Morales. Brings it out to about the 21-yard line. Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
That was an excellent kick, Carroll, as they kicked it into the corner, so the Vikings were able to just flood that side, and Morales really had nowhere to go as trying to see if they're going to spot the ball on the 20 or give them out to the 21. They haven't put the ball down because, as always, they change the football. The kicking team brings their football out, and then the team that receives it. And unfortunately, Central was called for a penalty. I did not see a flag on the play, but this is going to move the ball back to the 10-yard line.
For the most part, we've been penalty-free, John.
Yeah, and that's the big one. That's going to hurt as Central's trying to get some momentum here. They had that penalty. It's going to put them back all the way to the 10.
It is Jimenez with the handoff and up the middle and picking up some nice yardage up the middle.
Yeah, that's Nico Viesca.
That's what he does. That's what he gets the big bucks for, right?
And he almost broke that one. Just a shoestring tackle right at the 20 brought him down, or he would have still been running.
As tough as he runs in the middle, he's got the speed to outrun most of the defenders. Viesca again off right tackle. He trips over the foot of one of his blockers.
That would have been interesting to see, Carroll, as the cornerback was coming up, and would have been interesting to see if he would have been able to bring Viesca down one-on-one out there in the open field, because he'd still picked up a yard.
Well, we've seen Viesca in something like that, just lower the shoulder and go through somebody. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 21. Jimenez rolling to his right. Fires in the middle. It is caught and breaking away across the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Arturo Estrada.
That's going to be a 79-yard pitch and catch, Carroll, from the 21 all the way to the end zone. And the whole side of this field, the air has just gone out of the balloon. Centro, we mentioned before, they actually have more fans than the homestanding Vikings brought to the game tonight. And what we've seen Artie Estrada do all year was make big plays. Nothing's bigger than a 79-yard touchdown to potentially tie this up. We have had issues, many Central Spartans, with their PAT, so let's see what happens on this one.
We will have the kick from placement. Miguel Vega puts it up and through. 10:33 to play in the third quarter. It is Central 14, La Jolla 14.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
The Spartans will kick off after that scoring drive. And Vega will kick it right down the middle. Sanchez catches it at the 15, out to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, out to about the 43-yard line. Miguel Sanchez, a junior, is actually listed in the program as a kick returner.
And that's just what he did. He just returned the kick and made a nice return all the way out to the 43, giving his Vikings an excellent field position. Let's see if the Vikings can get some of that momentum back on the legs of their quarterback, Jackson Deal.
McGill takes the handoff. McGill, nothing inside, cuts it to the outside, and he's across the midfield stripe to the 44-yard line. Gets it into Spartan territory. I got a hunch, John, we're liable to see more scoring in the third quarter than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, that was a nice first down pickup of 12 yards.
And fake it to Miguel, and it'll be Deal keeping it, and Deal is unceremoniously dropped by Davian Hartfield.
The second play of this half is reminiscent of the second play of the game where he ran the ball 45 yards on that quarterback draw. So this time, Centro was ready for it. He did pick up a yard.
2nd and 9. It's high school football. We are live on Kxo El Centro, California. 2nd and 9 for the Vikings. We're tied at 14. Dropping back, getting time, fires. It is caught. Little pitch and catch. Hank Hansen on the catch. Picks up about 12.
So the Vikings, responding to Central's opening 3-play drive, have now 3 plays taken the ball down inside the 35 to the 34.
Jimenez has Miguel right behind him. Hands it off to Miguel. Miguel stumbles, gets up his balance back, and carries down to the 15-yard line. Kept his balance. A nice run by Miguel.
So far this half, not a whole lot of defense going on. We've had 7 plays, Carroll, and 5 first downs.
And handoff, this is Hansen on the sweep. Hansen will pick up almost 10. Get it inside the 10. Sweep by Hank Hansen. Sounds like a middle linebacker, doesn't it, John?
He picked up a nice 8 yards on that. This is where usually you would see Deal make a play either with his arms or his legs. We got that full house backfield again, Carroll.
Only it's to the wing. And fumbling the snap is Deal. Looking, fires into the end zone. And there's a flag. There's going to be a flag after the play, but incomplete pass.
But let's see if they're going to get a late hit on the quarterback here. Deal was tackled as he got rid of the football, but of course he's still alive.
It is against somebody.
So it's the hands to the face, probably.
Well, somebody went after Martin and put a block on Martin after the play was over, basically.
Martin is the one that brought Deal down. So now they're getting an explanation as the coaching staff of the Vikings have two of the referees, two of the five over here, getting an explanation about what happened. Now, since it was a personal foul during the play, that means it's not a dead ball foul, so it will repeat.
And now it's on the bench as two coaches went out on the field, and that will cost them even more. As if I'm an official, I'm going to hear what you have to say. If you are reasonable, I don't think one of the coaches was reasonable.
Yeah, he was very
And that's
animated.
15 yards on that one.
Yeah, they're going to put this ball all the way out to the 39-yard line. So you go from the 2nd and 2 from the 8-yard line looking for a first down and then perhaps a touchdown. So now you're back on the 39 looking at 2nd and 41.
The original call, the personal foul, the first one, Jared Martin hit the quarterback as he released the ball. Clean hit. One of the interior linemen came back and knocked down Martin after the play was done. Dropping back is Jimenez under pressure. He's hit as he throws, and he just tosses it up in the air. It'll go incomplete as Gavin Mora planted the quarterback on that one.
Yeah, Central sidelines looking for an intentional grounding, but he did have players on that side of the field, and he didn't just throw it straight into the ground. He had a nice arch on it. So now he's got 3rd and long.
3rd and 31. Dumping it off into the flat. It is complete on that flanker screen, and running is Kai Fukuda. Fukuda will go out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, so it's going to be 4th at about 29.
Yeah, they can get the ball to the 6-yard line is what they need to make for a first down. So that's 27 yards, and they do have their punt team out.
Yes. Martin will do the punting. And under a big rush, gets away a big kick. It'll bounce at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe, El Centro, or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
1st and 10, Spartans on their own 20-yard line. Vieska in the backfield. Vieska with the handoff. Vieska goes off right tackle, and he'll pick up about 5 yards.
Unfortunately for these young men out here on the field, the Vikings had all of the momentum. They were down. It was 2nd and 2 from the 8-yard line, and then the coaches got involved and put them in a position impossible to convert. So now the momentum was swung back to the Spartans. Let's see if they can do something with it.
2nd and 5.
My point being, the coaches need to be a little more self-contained.
Fake it to Vieska, rolling to his left, dumped it off in the flat, and he caught it.
On the reception was Joshua Garcia, the sophomore. That was a short gain of about 6 yards. No, excuse me, 5 yards.
Third and 2. From the Wildcat, it is Viesca. Viesca will get the first down, I believe.
It depends upon where they're going to spot the football. This will be very close. Central obviously saying first down. The Vikings saying that they've stopped them, but the referee's the one that counts.
And he says first down. Updating some scores. The Fallbrook leads Imperial 27-7. Vincent Hoover tied at 14. Here we're tied at 14. It is Viesca right up the middle. Viesca is stuffed. He maybe gets a yard. Nico Viesca stopped. And as he goes into the middle, Cruz Asadolahi.
They did give him a 2-yard pickup, and I'll let you pronounce that name.
Yes. Okay, Jack Long helped. Rolling to his right is Jimenez. Jimenez will dump it off, and
what a highlight film catch as he caught the ball going out of bounds. So I'm guessing that's already started.
Now Emiliano Morales on the catch.
Yeah. So that was a highlight catch over there.
Morales is the sophomore. Estrada the senior. Morales has learned from Estrada what to do when you catch the ball.
The ball is now sitting on the 40-yard line.
They're making some adjustments on the chains. I think he took out the one of the sticks. Yes, look at it, the way it's bent.
As Morales dove and caught the football, he did hit the yardage marker, so they finally got it unwrapped, figured out.
I don't think I ever ran over a yardage marker. I did get called for unnecessary roughness running into a cheerleader. Viesca right up the middle, out to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 4. I was dating the cheerleader, so that was okay.
Central now with a established drive, they've been able to move down, pick up a couple first downs.
And keep the clock moving. Viesca, the single setback. Morales in motion on the jet sweep. Morales with a football gets the blocks across the 40. Out to the 50, to the 47-yard line. Did you see that little hip move?
No, there's penalty flag, but let's see if they're going to bring this one back. It looks like it's going against Central.
It is holding against Central. But did you see the shake and bake with the hip there, John?
That was probably going to be another first down for the Spartans, but obviously now they're going to be backed up looking at second, and they're behind the sticks. They fought fouls, so they're going to move it back to the 38-yard line. So they only lost 6 on the hold. But
so did you get the quarter for supplying the stats to La Jolla yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I told them it's payment in advance. Spartans come out of the huddle. 2nd and 13. Jimenez takes it, looks, finds a seam, and I think he's going to keep this one. He better. And he runs out of bounds after a gain of about 8, which means it'll be 3rd and 5.
He just ran straight to the sidelines. If he would have run upfield a little bit, he may have been able to pick up that first down.
He doesn't like running, John.
As they put the ball down on the 47, so that is a 11-yard pickup.
3rd and about 5.
And now there's a timeout call as the Vikings were not in the defense they wanted.
So timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. 4:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. It is La Jolla 14, Centro 14.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
From the Wildcat Fiesta, we'll pick up about 2. He needed 4. So it'll be second and about 2.
This is going to be now 4th down, Carroll. You remember the penalty. They had the penalty that put them back. So now it appears that they're going to bring the punt team out. We already saw one fake punt where they passed it for no gain. Let's see if they continue to go deep into their playbook here.
Kick is away. Nice kick. And it'll go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings on their own 25-yard line.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It is 1st and 10. Vikings from their own 25-yard line. Rolling to his right, Deal fires downfield. Nice pass, nice catch. Hank Hansen catches it at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 13. That's good for the first down. Beautifully thrown ball. And a nice catch in stride. Ready to play. The Vikings snap it, dump it off in the flat. It is complete from Deal to Deal. And coming up from behind, Arturo Estrada and Jared Martin in on the tackle. Also in there, Nehemiah Perez.
Yeah, Deal looks like he's starting to get a little bit of his momentum back. He's really throwing the ball well. After misfiring 4 previous attempts, now he's hit 2 straight.
And the Spartans jump. And that'll cost them 5.
Won't be enough for a first down, but it's going to be close.
So it'll be 2nd down at about 2. Spotted on the 47-yard line. 2nd and 1.
Let's see if the Vikings try to go deep with this, Carroll, since they have a couple downs to make this short yardage.
That's the way I always look on it, John. Go deep. But they hand off to McGill. McGill breaks a tackle, cuts it to the outside, and is finally knocked down as he gets it down to about the 43-yard line, 44 in Spartan territory.
9-yard pickup as the Vikings now are right back on the line of scrimmage.
No huddle. We're ready to play.
Now that they see the Spartan defense, they stop, look over to their coach, get the play called in for what Centro looked like they were going to send about 6 players on the blitz.
Deal. Moves people around, takes a snap, drops back, looks, he's hit as he throws, and it goes incomplete. Deal has been getting the ball away, but Gavin Mora knocked him down again. Between Mora and Martin, they have been in Deal's face all night long.
He doesn't appear to like too much pressure, Carroll. Each time he jumps up, the first thing he does is look at the rest with the open palm saying, where's the flag? Looked to be, from up here, a clean hit.
They have been.
As he was throwing the ball, he got hit.
2nd and 10.
And he wasn't hit with a helmet or hitting the head or anything. He was just tackled.
Dumps it off. Sidearm in the flat. It is caught and stopped and I think there'll be a loss on that play. The catch made by Nick Zebro.
That almost looked like a play Centro runs a lot during the year, and Centro was certainly ready for that as they marked the ball all the way back on the 48-yard line. That's a loss of 4.
3rd and 14. Ready to play empty backfield on a 3rd and 14. 5 receivers out there.
Which means McGill is not in the backfield.
Looks over to the coach. Coach tells him what the defense is and what to do to change it. Drops back, looks, fires over the middle, got a man open, and it is complete. Beautiful pitch and catch again. Nick Zebro with the catch, and a beautiful pitch and catch.
First half, Deal just controlled this game with his legs, and right now he's controlling it with his arm as they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
Caught the ball on the 25, and the handoff McGill, and there's nothing there. He'll be stopped for no gain.
A great rhythm now from Deal. You can see, Carroll, as he's getting the ball and that quick snap, and he's looking, observing, waiting for the player to break through and just hitting them with a dart.
1 minute to play in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 14. La Jolla moving the football on a 2nd and 11 now. Deal with the snap. Fires it over the middle, and it goes incomplete. Intended for Hansen, and again, Deal is on his butt. He has not been able to see a completion because he's been on his wallet.
And because he was hit that time, the ball did sail a little bit. He had the player open. It was going to be a first down, if not a touchdown. And the ball just sailed a little bit, but that young man certainly has an arm. He's throwing the ball with some mustard on it out there.
And the intense pressure is, I think, affecting his aim just a little bit.
Clock stops with 50 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd and 11 from the 25. The Spartans 25, Vikings with football. DeGill goes from the left to the right side. Deal changes out some play. Drops back, looks, dumps it off, and it is in the corner of the end zone, incomplete. And incidental contact. Deal did not get knocked down on that one.
At that time, Carroll, Deal really did a nice job. The player was well covered, so he threw the ball to where if anyone was going to catch it, it was going to be his own receiver out there, but just couldn't get under the ball in time. Young man a little frustrated. That young man out there's played a very good game tonight, Hank Hansen. As now we are looking at 4th and 11, actually, and looks like they're going to go for it.
From the 25, be a real long field goal. You can draw the Spartans offside, but that's not going to help you a lot. Back to pass again. Deal fires, and it is... Was he in bounds? It looks like they're saying it is a catch.
That's
down at the 11-yard line, and a beautiful catch by Kai Fukuda.
You cannot throw the ball any better. As there is 1st and 10, the ball is outside of the 10.
And it is McGill. McGill will cross the 10, get it down to about the 8-yard line. 20 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. We're tied, 14-all. We may get one more play underway here in the 3rd quarter.
The way the Vikings run it, they're going to get another snap, it looks like.
That wing formation, and that's because it'll be Deal running it, and Deal will be pushed out of bounds. He'll lose yardage, but
that will stop the clock as it shows 1 second to go. As Deal did lose all the way back to the 12-yard line, so he lost 4 yards on that.
And that was designed for him to sweep to the right. He had the tight end and 2 running backs blocking for him.
Yeah, let's call that a 5-yard loss because they picked up 3 on the first play.
Deal has McGill beside him. Drops back, looking. He'll go right up the middle, and Deal will get it into the end zone. Deal makes it into the end zone for the score as time runs out in the third quarter.
So Deal once again affecting this game, first with his arms, then on the final play, breaking containment, took it all the way in the end zone as you do have a Viking down on the ground at the 20-yard line, one of the interior linemen.
He is being tended to. Big guy.
So if Central's season is going to continue, they will have to stage a fourth quarter comeback now as they are trailing.
Marley LaFond, 6'2", 240, is being helped off the field. Evan Martin will try the point after.
Yeah, we mentioned he was 45 for 49 coming in, so that's near automatic.
Snap is back. Kick is up. Kick is good. We've got no time left in the third quarter. It is La Jolla 21, Central 14.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Asa Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Asa has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Asa Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And it is 21-14. La Jolla leads the Central Spartans as we start the fourth quarter of play. It's high school football. We are live on KXO El Centro, California, and on the KXO YouTube channel. The Vikings with a nice drive and got points out of it.
Yes, Central has scored first here in the third quarter to tie it up, but that was a methodical drive by the Vikings.
Holtville 43, Maranatha Christian nothing.
No surprise there, Carroll.
Evan Morton to kick off. And a driving kick. It'll be Estrada at the 3, out to the 5, cuts across field. He's at the 15, turns it upfield, and is picked up, literally picked up and carried out of bounds.
That's one way to make sure he doesn't break contained. So that will put Central in the worst field position that they've had here in the second half as they're going to start on their own 18-yard line. Central will need to answer back, obviously, trailing by 7.
Jimenez, the quarterback. Right behind him is Nico Viesca. Morales goes in motion. They hand off to Viesca. Viesca up the middle across the 30 to the 35, out to the 25 rather, and out to the 27-yard line.
Go ahead and say it, Carroll. The referee was in on the tackle.
It happens.
As the referee there that's watching the line of scrimmage for potential holes, etc., was just Viesca just cut right into him, and the ref went down. Viesca went down with a bunch of Vikings as well.
2nd and 1. Estrada in the slot. Morales now goes in motion, and it is Viesca again. Viesca will get the first down. Flags fly from every direction.
So this could be offsetting. We could have a hold on the Spartans and a face mask, or all the flags could be for the face mask. Let's just wait.
Personal foul.
Got a hold
rather, not personal foul, holding.
And there is no face mask, so the second flag must have agreed with the first one that there was a hold.
Move it all the way back to the 17-yard line.
So that will bring up 2nd and 11 after having a 2nd and 1. Unfortunate play call. Second drive in a row, the Central's had a big penalty to put them back.
Jimenez dumps it off underneath, and there's nothing there.
So that's the same play that the Vikings ran, the Central just up. And this one, Jimenez got rid of the ball a little bit too soon. He didn't give his player a chance to get his momentum going upfield. He was still running back towards the ball.
And that was Joshua Garcia with the catch and the loss of 3, 3rd and 14. Trips on the right side. Rolling to the right side. Looking is Jimenez. He finds a hole, turns it upfield across the 20, and is pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 3.
And it is punting time.
But he did pick up 11 yards on that run. So we're seeing a side that we have not seen all year from the sophomore Luis Jimenez. And that bodes well for next year, Carroll, and the year after that.
Deal is back to receive the punt, and it is away, and it's a nice one. Fair catch. Deal catches it and falls to his knees at the 45-yard line. So the Vikings take over 1st and 10 on their own 45.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
1st and 10 Vikings. They have a 21-14 lead. The ball is on their own 45-yard line. Deal with the snap. Deal hands off to McGill. McGill across the right to the 50. Spotted on the midfield stripe. It'll be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Because of the legs of Deal, the Spartans are keen on him, and so that is freeing up some space for McGill.
Looking, firing, and incomplete. Intended for Hank Hansen, goes incomplete. Morales on the coverage.
Yeah, 12 pass attempts this half. We still have 9:46 to go. So obviously during halftime, one of the adjustments the Vikings made, the coaching staff, was to put the ball in the air more.
Taking a little bit more time to get this play underway. Looking to his right, firing to his right. It is complete and good for a first down. Nick Debro. Debro will carry it down to the 41-yard line in Spartan territory.
That's a 9-yard pickup. And that was a well-designed play. Jared Martin, who is a stand-up defensive end, actually had the responsibility for the man in motion. And he's obviously looking in the backfield at the time, so it was a pretty easy pitch and catch.
1st and 10. Vikings with the lead and with the football. Moving people around a little bit.
They may need a timeout here as the clock is just about to expire.
Gets it underway, looking downfield, fires over the middle, got a man wide open. Hank Hansen beat the coverage, was wide open.
And once again, Deal got blasted. He jumped up, as we've noticed all night. He looked at the officials, but he's throwing the football, and the player's coming in and hitting him right as he's releasing the football, and that may have been just enough to knock it off target.
Well, and you get a little bit antsy. I don't know about him, but I would be. It is 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff to McGill, and it'll be Deal keeping it, and Deal, if anything, he'll get a yard on forward progress.
Yeah, Jared Martin was the first of 4 Spartans. Jolla was in there, along with Ocon, and it was not a warm reception.
Well, they were happy to see him, John, and ready. Empty backfield on a 3rd and 9. 9 minutes to play in the game, 21-14, La Jolla leads Centro. Back to pass, looking, firing over the middle, and incomplete. It was intended for Nick Sabro. The senior couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, the pass was just a little bit behind him, and the fact that the Vikings have a 7-point lead, they have sent the punt team out. You want to kick the ball deep. Central did have that 190-yard drive, but actually it was the running that set up that, and then the pass and the big completion to Artie Estrada. So the Vikings are feeling that they have control of the game now, and they don't want to do anything here to turn the ball over near midfield.
High snap, brings it down, gets it away, and again kicks it to the sideline where it'll go out of bounds. The Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line.
17-yard punt, Carroll.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
That play was blown dead before it got underway. The handoff to Nico Viesca, but it's not going to count.
There was no infraction, Carroll. What happened is the play had not been blown to start the clock, where the referee has to start the clock on change of possession. So he just went in and told Jimenez, the quarterback, hey, wait for the whistle.
Okay, we're ready now. 1st and 10. Spartans ball on their own 25-yard line. Another low snap. Jimenez picks it up. Viesca will pick up maybe a yard. Alex Figueredo brings him down.
That was an excellent arm tackle. Usually don't say that, arm tackle with excellent, but it certainly was, as Viesca, before he could get up ahead of steam, was pulled down. He did have some running room.
2nd and 9. Jimenez calls out the signals. Morales goes in motion. Dropping back to pass is Jimenez. Does fire it incomplete. Little bit too tall for the intended receiver, Miguel Vega.
That will bring up now 3rd and long. Vega was trying to tiptoe down the sidelines and just couldn't do both at the same time, reach up and catch the football and keep his feet in bounds. Centro has also changed their formations, Carroll. Vega is now on the same side with Artie Estrada, so Estrada is no longer double teamed.
Yeah, but the safety's got his eye on him. And it is another run by Jimenez, and Jimenez, no flag. I'm almost surprised about that one, John.
There was a hit right near the line of scrimmage.
He was a yard outside.
So they're going to go ahead and call them about a yard short. Central, with 7:52 to go, has sent the punt team out.
The 4th and 2 from the 33. Snap, kick, high kick, turns over, and a fair catch caught at the 34-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 34.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
1st and 10, La Jolla.
Hurry up football at its best, Carroll.
Deal will hand off. McGill, nothing inside, tries to bounce it outside. There's nothing there. The ball is loose, but he was down.
Yeah, they're going to call him down by contact. It will remain possession for the Vikings.
Tackle in there by Malachi Okan.
And they're calling the ball. Actually, they're going to call it right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
2nd and 10. 7 minutes to play in this football game. Empty backfield, looking downfield, firing that sidearm pass is Hansen at the 40, and then loses his balance, and he'll go down at the 32-yard line. Hansen streaking down the near sideline, caught it, and lost his balance and went down, or it would have been 7.
So that might be the play there, Carroll, that's going to seal the fate for the Spartans this year, as now all the momentum is on the side.
Don't rush it, John. Don't rush it.
Well, we've still got a game to play. Central's not going to stop playing, but that was a big play right there.
We've got that wing formation to the right, which typically means that we'll run it to the right, but we're not. We're going to throw a pass, and caught in the end zone from Deal to Deal, and Deal made the catch, even though he was interfered with.
Yeah, there's the flag down.
That's the interference call.
Going to be the pass interference.
And they will decline that and take the 7 or 6. Beautiful pass. Deal to his little brother, Deal. In stride, despite being interfered with, made the catch and scored the touchdown.
And what you have, Carroll, is 2 straight 33-yard completed passes. So this young man in the first half controlled the game with his legs, and then second half he had shown his arm.
We'll have the point after attempt. Evan Martin will kick. Kick is up, and the kick lands in Pacific Beach. So it's good. 28-14, La Jolla with the lead.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
Okay, John, they will accept the penalty, and they will spot the ball on the 45-yard line in Spartan territory for the kickoff, which I'm assuming will go into the end zone for a touchback.
I'd have to get out the record books or give a call to John Seaman. I assume that if you accept the penalty, that means the play doesn't count. So it may not have been pass interference. It may have been a late hit that they felt that.
No, he called it pass interference. I saw the interference, and I saw the call from the official.
I agree with you, but I'm not sure why they marched it off on the kickoff then. Because it certainly is not an after-the-fact play where, the penalty's after you make the touchdown, if it's indeed pass interference.
And the ball will sail over the uprights. So the Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. They trail 28-14. Other scores that affect Imperial Valley football: Vincent 20, Hoover 14.
That game's a lot closer than people anticipated, Carroll.
Fallbrook leads Imperial 27-21.
So Imperial, like Central, they're showing their fight. They're out there ready. Central right up on the line of scrimmage.
Jimenez has Viesca right next to him. Drops back, has some time. Now he's chased out of the pocket, dumps it off to Estrada. Estrada catches it at about the 21-yard line and takes it all the way out to the 30. Again, once he catches the ball, some really exciting things start to happen.
Should be enough for a first down if he did indeed cross the 30, and he did, so that will be a 10-yard completion.
And getting out of bounds, he stopped the clock. First and 10 on the 30. Jimenez looking, nothing to the left, turns to the right, fires downfield, incomplete. And it was intended for Joshua Garcia, a sophomore.
Yeah, Central's got a bright future, Carroll. They have some skilled players out there. Viesca, Garcia, their quarterback's only a sophomore. And they have some other sophomore wide receivers. So they'll be back next year for sure.
2nd and 10. Jimenez dumps it off in the flat. Viesca with a catch. Viesca shakes a couple of tackles and picks up 3. And now flags fly in way behind the play. And
this might be a blow to the head.
now somebody was pushed into the pile.
So let's go ahead and see what they say.
Unless they say, no, he wasn't pushed. He jumped on that pile himself, and that's what they're calling. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness against these Spartans, and that'll move it back to the 12-yard line. So he ended up on top of the pile, and it was not, he wasn't pushed.
So what we have is a completed pass for 2 yards and then a 15-yard penalty that sets it all the way back on the 17, 2nd down. Well, they said it was a dead ball foul, so it's 3rd down.
Jimenez picks it up off the ground, fires over the middle, and Morales catches it at the 20, but he catches it on his way down. So that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 10, back where we started after the touchback.
They'll certainly have to punt here.
28-14, La Jolla Vikings lead the Central Spartans. High snap, gets it down. There's no rush, so he gets it away. Bounce at the 45 in Spartan territory and rolls down to the 43 in Vikings territory, where they will put it in play 1st and 10.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
It is 1st and 10. La Jolla on their own 42-yard line. Dump it off in the flat. It is complete from deal to deal. The only thing wrong with that one was he went out of bounds. And you want the clock to run. You've got a 28-14 lead. You do not want to stop the clock.
Well, one thing about La Jolla, they're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. They're still right up on the line of scrimmage, not worried about not running the clock, going out of bounds. So they want to score again, Carroll. They almost get the Spartans to jump offside, but then they don't, so they recall the play. Coach signals it in from the side.
Here come the Spartans, and it is the handoff to McGill, and McGill is hit and knocked down hard.
As we have they stopped the clock. They did get enough for the first down, so that will stop the clock for the first down.
Liziola on the tackle.
12th first down of this half for the Vikings.
Holtville 48, Maranatha nothing. Vincent 26, Hoover 21. Last we had was Fallbrook 27, Imperial 21 in the fourth quarter.
Still have the first string in for both sides. Clock now is 4 minutes and running.
Taking time. Waiting for, now he gets the signal that he's got 5 seconds. Takes the snap, hands off to McGill. McGill will be down at the 48-yard line in Spartan territory. Picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Carroll, after that two-play drive to start the game where the quarterback ran for 63 yards and then 12-yard touchdown run, it certainly seemed like they were going to dominate. Central has put up a good fight tonight. Looks like they might come up a little short here, but they've played well.
Not over, John. Got 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Spartans of the last couple of games have gone down to the final gun, right?
And they certainly will play right to the final gun tonight as they have all year.
2nd and 9. Vikings from the Spartan 47-yard line. Back to pass, looking, firing, and it goes incomplete. Beautiful coverage. And again, Deal is knocked down. The coverage down there, Joshua Garcia. The intended receiver was Nick Sebro.
We mentioned they're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. That was a play that was designed to go for a touchdown. The Deal got knocked down. Excellent play. If it wasn't for that great defensive play, then that would have been a touchdown, Carroll. There was no safety back in the middle of the field that play.
Jackson Deal. After the incompletion, the clock stopped, so he's just getting the information from the sideline. Got an empty backfield. Now McGill is beside him in the backfield.
Central has dropped off into pass coverage as there's 5 seconds to go.
Looking, and it'll be Deal hit and swarmed on. Jared Martin wrapped him up, dropped him.
And Central will take a timeout.
We will take a timeout. 2:46 to play in the football game. It is La Jolla 28 and Central 14.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howe in El Centro.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
Jackson Deal was helped off the field following that play.
As was their offensive left tackle, Carroll. So that's one of the things that when you do keep the foot on the gas pedal, you do take a chance of getting your players hurt, because La Jolla will have a game next week, and they certainly need Jackson Deal to be a part of that game.
The Vikings will punt. Beautiful high punt. And it will take a bounce, and it is picked up and dropped. Is Morales. Nope, I'm sorry. It was Estrada. And when somebody's got a hold of your ankle like that, it's kind of hard to move.
Excellent tackle, open field tackle. Estrada shown tonight that he does have the moves to break those, as the ball did bounce right up to him. So I'm sure he did not want to receive the punt, but when it bounced right up to him, he took a chance, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Not a bad move.
Fallbrook has defeated Imperial 27-21. That's the final. Fallbrook defeated Imperial 27-21. Our score here is 28-14. Jimenez drops back to pass. Fires. It is Estrada at about the 18. Cuts across the 20 to the 25 and spun down at about the 29-yard line. Stays in bounds. Picks up the first down.
Yeah, that will stop the clock as they move the chain. Now they're starting the clock up again.
It is 1st and 10. Trips on the right side. Estrada far right. Rolling to his right is Jimenez. Looking downfield. Fires. It's got Estrada at the 50. And he'll go down to the 43-yard line. Estrada.
Let's see if Central uses the timeout here, because they have started the clock, although the chains are not set as there's under 2 minutes to go.
It is 1st and 10. Jimenez rolling to his right. Morales is open, but so is Garcia. And Garcia catches it at about the 25, goes down to about the 12-yard line.
And now we are getting a timeout.
Timeout. We'll take timeout. 1:41 to play. It is La Jolla 28, Centro 14.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and flavor lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
It is 1st and 10 Spartans. They have the ball on the Vikings 17. Rolling to his left, firing it into the corner of the end zone. Jump ball, and it'll go incomplete. Had 2 receivers down there, John. I don't think that was supposed to be quite that way.
It was almost like when Jared Martin caught the pass right before halftime, Carroll, that it was one of those Hail Marys where you put 2 people in the same area and throw it up there and hoping one of them catches it. Does stop the clock. We still have 1:34 to go. Centro with 2 timeouts left, which means they can run the football if they decide to.
Biesca in the backfield. Jimenez rolling to his right, looking, firing, and it is. Did he catch it?
It's caught, but
It's
just
caught.
short of the goal line.
It'll be 1st and goal. Wildcat time with Nico Biesca.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who that was that made the catch over there. He's not turning he's taking high fives, but we can't see his number. He hasn't turned his back to it yet. Now he's in the crowd. I believe it was Emiliano Morales.
And Spartans took their 3rd and final timeout, according to the official.
That means one of those timeouts that I given to La Jolla, the official mispronounced, because he did call La Jolla timeout.
1:19 to play. The Spartans have the ball, 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. You suppose we could go to New York and get a replay and find out who that was for sure? It looked like Morales to me.
Yeah, I believe that he did make the catch. I did credit Morales. Here's the Wildcat.
Wildcat, Viesca will take the direct snap. Viesca looks and dodges into the end zone. So Nico Viesca gets it in for the score. You think we might see an onside kick coming up, John?
I would think so. And I'm guessing that if La Jolla does recover the football, they will not be trying to do anything other than just finish the clock, run it out, maybe even victory formation.
And they'll go for the 2-point conversion, and it is Viesca who gets it in for the 2 points. So Viesca from the Wildcat takes it in for 2. With 1:15 to play in this football game, it is La Jolla 28, the Central Spartans 22.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
Your friend at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
The Central Spartans went 83 yards on 6 plays. The Wildcat gave them the 6 points with Nico Viesca. Then Viesca from the Wildcat picked up the 2-point conversion. Obviously, there was a 15-yard infraction because the Spartans will kick off from the Vikings' 45-yard line.
And the Vikings take a timeout.
And that's their third and final timeout. 1:15 to play, 28-22. La Jolla leads Central.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941.
An Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Well, the onside kick was attempted, and it was kicked on the line drive to one of the up guys, the hands guys. He caught it and went down immediately. So the Vikings have the football. It'll be 1st and 10. They will have the football on their own 34-yard line.
And that was the kicker for the Spartans that time was David Martinez, who has not been kicking recently. He is their expert on that. And he drilled it. The young man on the other side made a good catch, as we are going to see the victory formation. So that, no timeout for the Spartans, will steal the game.
And it is Deal in at quarterback under center. He will take a knee, and the clock cannot be stopped. Both teams have timeouts. So they will have to do this twice more, I believe.
And that's why you do have Deal out there. You don't want any missed snaps. He's not going to try to do anything fancy. Most secure with the ball. As everyone now is standing around, players on both sides, we expect after one more snap, the players will start to congratulate each other. Central played themselves proud, Carroll. Again, after that first scoring drive of 2 plays, went the length of the field for the La Jolla Vikings. The Spartans came right back.
And I think that's it. I don't think they're going to have to put
No, the referees have already said that the game clock and the play clock are different. So La Jolla will advance. Centro will take this loss and end up on the season, a very successful season of 9-3.
And that is the game. John will have some numbers coming up, and we'll recap a little bit of not only this game, but the season as well. The final score, La Jolla 28, the Central Spartans 22.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
From Jalisco.
RJLD Pictures presents The Man from Jalisco, Park 6 and 7, showing this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 13, and always showing on YouTube. Don't miss this riveting tale about a journalist acting as a ghostwriter in the Imperial Valley who exposes a drug cartel's plot to steal farmers' water. DVR it so you can go to the Brawley Cattle Call Parade. There you might get to see some of the characters on The Man from Jalisco float. Have a happy cattle call, everybody, and enjoy the rodeo. Special thanks to Agricultural Pump Supply and all our fine sponsors.
The Man from Jalisco.
McNeese Smart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feast the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Smart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro. Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
The Central Spartans season is over. It has been a good season going into the second round of CIF playoff action. That after winning the Imperial Valley League crown and maintaining control of the bell. So with that, you consider it a good season. It's a shame that it comes down to 28-22, and that season is over. The Spartans scored with 11 seconds to play in the second quarter. They went 35 yards on 2 plays, 1 pass, 1 rush. The pass was down to the 2-yard line with Jared Martin. The run from the Wildcat, Nico Viesca. The Spartans scored with 10:33 to play in the third quarter. They went 90 yards on 3 plays as Jimenez threw a 79-yard strike to Arturo Estrada. The point after attempt was good. That made it 14-14. And then the Spartans went 83 yards on 6 plays as Jimenez was 4 of 5 in passing. The touchdown was a 2-yard run by Nico Viesca. Follow that with a 2-point conversion. That made it 28-22. Spartans tried, couldn't quite close the deal, and it ended up with the Vikings winning 28-22. Scores around the valley in the fourth quarter: Vincent 48, Hoover 21. Fallbrook defeated Imperial 27-21. It was Holtville shutting out Maranatha 48-0. And it looks like Vincent and Holtville will continue their seasons. We'll continue our post-game show after this.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howe in El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The man from Jalisco.
RJLV Pictures presents The Man from Jalisco, Part 6 and 7, showing this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 13, and always showing on YouTube. Don't miss this riveting tale about a journalist acting as a ghostwriter in the Imperial Valley who exposes the drug cartel's plot to steal farmers' water. DVR it so you can go to the Brawley Cattle Call Parade. There you might get to see some of the characters on The Man from Jalisco float. Have a happy cattle call, everybody, and enjoy the rodeo. Special thanks to Agricultural Pump Supply and all our fine sponsors.
The man from Jalisco.
Well, the Central Spartans conclude their season with an 8-3 record. As we said, they went too deep into the CIF Division II playoffs and played quite well tonight. At times, they were unstoppable. And John Driffill, you have some numbers for us?
Yeah, the numbers are actually eye-popping, Carroll, actually from both sides. First, let's take a look. La Jolla ran the ball 41 times on scrimmage for 264 yards. 15 for 28 was the senior quarterback Jackson Deal for 173 yards, giving the Vikings 437 total yards. 21 first downs, no turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions. Central, on the other side, ran the ball 28 times on scrimmage for 134 yards. 18 for 28 was the super sophomore quarterback Luis Jimenez for the Spartans for 316 yards. That gave Central 450 total yards. They actually outgained the Vikings 437 to 450. 13 first downs, and Central did have the one interception in the second quarter. Individually, running the football tonight, as always, Nico Viesca, 16 carries, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Getting 2 carries when Viesca was on the sidelines taking care of an injury was Brandon Mayo for -2 yards. And the quarterback, Luis Jimenez, showing that he can run the football as well, 10 times for 59 yards. But the true calling tonight, the 316 passing yards, by far the most for Jimenez than anyone else from the Valley this football season. He had 18 receptions or completions out of 28 attempts, and those receptions were spread out among 6 different ball players or receivers. First, you had Emiliano Morales with 5 catches for 27 yards. Also in on the action was Miguel Vega with 2 catches for 13 yards. Getting 4 catches was Joshua Garcia for 66 yards. 1 catch, Jared Martin for 22 yards. And 1 catch for 2 yards was Nico Viesca. And a huge night, especially in the second half. He had 1 reception in the first half. In the second half, Artie Estrada, 5 catches, 175 yards, Carroll, and a touchdown. So that's how Centro was able to end up with 450 yards. Estrada had 175 of those on his own on those receptions. So Centro, you mentioned it, nothing to hang their heads about. They came out, they played hard. I've said several times tonight, there's actually more people here from the Valley than from La Jolla, which shows that the Valley does travel well, and they are still out on the field. So now, with the end of the football season for the Central Spartans, they will regroup The Vikings will go on, and they will play a quarterfinal game next week.
They will play the winner of the Bishop School and Rancho Bernardo game, and they will play next week. You and I will not. The high school football, again, updating scores. Vincent 46, Hoover 21. Fallbrook defeated Imperial 27-21. It was Holtville defeating Maranatha 48-0. And our final score 28-22. High school football on AM 1230 Kxo El Centro, brought to you this evening by Roto-Rooter, serving the entire Imperial Valley. Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. CB's Stop in Calexico, the Broken Yoke, best breakfast in town. By McNeese Mart, Dogwood and Maine, and El Centro, La Fonda Bar and Grill. Also, Asa Mobile Auto Repair. By Southwest Security, Southwest Postal. By Imperial Valley College, the Center for Employment Training. Sands Auto Body. And by the Central Union High School District, also by the man from Jalisco. We want to thank our producer engineer in the studios all year long, Gabe Lemus. Technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman. I want to thank John Driffill for the color commentary and the stats. And we want to thank, Coach Pena and the Central Spartans for making it in the playoffs a good year. For AM 1230, I'm Carroll Buckley. Stay tuned for the best oldies on the radio and gave them.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.
It's what I listen to.
The best music all day.